Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm excited today. I'm throwing my fist around like I'm a politician. It's going to be a good day today. I'm the man behind the bar, Care Bear Kieran, and I'm joined here with two of the best men in all the sports business.
It's going to be a good day.
Emmanuel Acho, the creator of this show. He got a fresh cut. He's still sticking to the goatee. I've been telling him to go back to the full beard, but he's not listening to me.
Bear, somebody was in my Instagram DMs today like, hey, no wonder you and Care Bear get along. You play the piano, he can sing. I said, wait, people really call him Care Bear? I told you, it'll stick. It will stick.
It's sticking a little bit. Maybe I stick around to being a grown man with the nickname Care Bear. But another man that has a great nickname, a litany of nicknames. Some people call him Hoosh. Some people call him Who's Your Mama. I call him TJ Hooshman. In the building.
He is
How we doing today, TJ?
Building.
I'm good. Sometimes they might call me Who's Your Daddy.
Oh,
okay. Everybody relax. There's still kids awake. There are still children awake
this
right
is Speakeasy, man.
There are still children awake.
Put the kids to bed. It's adult time in here, baby.
T, glad to have you in the building, my dog.
Yes, sir.
Hey, last time you were here, you kicked up a lot of dust when you said if that coach Jonathan Gannon would have hit you, you would have hit him back. I'm just letting you know the whole world saw that clip.
Man, I was at a party, birthday party, talked about that for 30 minutes, literally go out to dinner, and everybody resonated. Like, you right. Boy, you can't even argue with your wife. Like, you when you said that, everybody knows. So I'm just saying what I guess other people are afraid to say.
My dog
we all
T.
think it.
T in the building, keeping it real in the Speakeasy. Care Bear, what's on the menu for
Always
tonight,
keeping it real. We got a lot on the menu tonight, fellas. First, though, we got to start with the player of the week. Our favorite running back, Bijan Robinson, won NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's give a round of applause. Let's give a quick round of applause. Sure. The question for you, fellas, is the quarterbacks get a lot of love.
Yeah.
The DBs even recently get a lot of love. The wide receivers get a lot of love.
Absolutely.
Running backs don't get enough. Is Bijan Robinson the best player in the NFL right now?
I think Bijan's officially the best player in football. And it's about time now that he's entering in that third year in the National Football League. Bijan always had the talent, but now we're seeing Bijan's talent continue to evolve. He can run the ball incredibly well. His vision, top tier. His cuts, top tier. His strength, his power, his balance, top tier. But also, he can block like a tight end or like a fullback. Like, don't let him get in that position where he's chip blocking as well. So, for me, it's not just the fact that Bijan Robinson now has the numbers that fully match his talent and his ability, but now that he's his third year in the league, he's gotten past the rookie season. He's gotten past the sophomore slump. Now he's a full-grown German Shepherd. And to me, T, Bijan's ability to catch the ball out the backfield, plus his vision, plus his power, plus his balance, I don't think there's any player better in football. You could say that there are more valuable players that play the quarterback position. I don't know if there is a better player in football.
I can't agree with that one.
Really?
I'll say he is the best weapon.
Okay.
In football.
Break that down for me, T. Break that down.
So he can do so much. He can play as a receiver.
Yeah.
And I look at it as, let's go back in time. He's like Marshall Faulk. He's like LaDainian Tomlinson. He's like real back in the day, Thurman Thomas, Roger Craig.
Yeah.
All those, Edgerrin James. Yeah. All those guys that were so deadly wherever they lined up at. If you put him outside and you put a linebacker on him, it's a first down or a touchdown. You have to put a safety that can really cover or a corner. To say he's the best player and say he's better than Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes.
Well, see. I said he might not be the most valuable because of quarterbacks.
No,
I always respect quarterbacks.
I wouldn't even say, like, if you just tell me a player, I'm not taking him over Justin Jefferson. I'm not taking him over Jamar Chase.
But here's why I have to. Because Justin Jefferson, it takes work to get him the ball. First and foremost, he has to beat a defensive back. I'm talking to TJ. You play wide receiver, you know this. First and foremost, you got to beat the defensive back. Secondly, the coverage almost has to dictate that we can throw you the ball. Because if we're rolling the coverage to you, sorry, receiver, you're not getting a look. Then the quarterback got to get it there, and the line has to hold up. Bijan just said, hut, turn around, hand it to him. Said, hut, quick pitch to him. Said, hut, toss to him. To me, a running back is just more not only valuable, but if they're equally as talented, I'd rather have them because Bijan can get 28 touches a game. At best, Justin Jefferson's getting 11 catches on a great day. Great day.
No, for a receiver, everything has to work. Ultimate team game for a receiver. O-line got to block, quarterback got to get in the ball, you got to catch the ball, you got to get open. But he just hasn't done it at a consistent enough level for me to say he is the best player. The best weapon, 100%, he's the best weapon in the NFL. Like, when he got that run, I said, okay, it's 15-yard gain. He breaks the tackle, gone touch it. I said, oh, this game is over.
Yeah.
The game is over.
Yeah.
And so we just hadn't seen a running back like this in a while. Like Saquon was doing it early on with the Giants, and then we saw it last year.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as year after year after year after year.
The other thing I would say about Saquon is because of how dominant that Eagles offensive line was, Saquon was making safeties miss. He was outrunning defensive backs. But Bijan Robinson is breaking tackles from defensive linemen, shaking linebackers, then breaking the tackles and outrunning the secondary. Now, Saquon's elite. He's elite. So it's not as though if there is a gap between Saquon and Bijan, it's a marginal gap at that. But Bijan right now, and the fact that he's doing it so young, like, yo, it's different.
I can agree with both of you guys' points. I do think that Saquon, in my opinion, Bijan is at that Saquon level right now. I think he's unbelievable. He's going to have a 2,000-yard all-purpose season this year with maybe 1,400 rushing yards, some stuff that we've never even seen before. On the flip side, though, I do agree. Wide receivers being such crazy difference makers like a Justin Jefferson, they change what your entire defensive game plan is. The only thing is Bijan does that as well. I watched Bijan this past weekend line up across Trey White in the slot and cook.
Yeah.
And cook like he can line up against real DBs, real talented DBs, and get open as well. I think he's also a friend of mine. I think he's the best player in the league, but I agree with both of you guys where you guys are coming from. On the flip side, the AFC player of the week was Patrick Mahomes. He has been absolutely on a burner. He's now the MVP favorite. The question for you guys is the MVP Mahomes back? Is this now the official return of him being back at that 40 touchdown a year level?
Yes.
Wow.
Now, I believe Baker Mayfield is the front runner for MVP right now. So obviously what you're saying, figure of speech, is MVP Mahomes back, that talent level. Yes, we have to remember Mahomes has had 2 down seasons in a row, if I'm not mistaken, and it might be 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have the numbers in front of me. But what we're seeing from Mahomes right now, T, leading his team in rushing, and then being incredibly efficient and effective passing the football. He usually starts to make his runs later in the season, but Mahomes has been doing it from the beginning of the season. Tyquan Thornton, Xavier Worthy when he's out there, and then having to run when necessary. I remember talking to Charles Woodson. You spent a lot of time with C. Wood?
Played against him plenty of times.
So one of maybe the most brilliant football mind I've ever met is Charles Woodson. Not coach. Most brilliant football, non-coaching mind I've ever met. And C. Wood said something, bro. He said, Mahomes is the best running quarterback in football. The hell you mean he the best running quarterback in football? He said, because he knows when to run better than any other quarterback in football. And he knows how to run better than any other quarterback in football. It's not to say he's as fast as Lamar or as agile as Lamar or as quick as Lamar, but Mahomes knows exactly when to run, and he gets the most out of running every time he runs. And if you watch when Patrick Mahomes runs, it makes all the sense what C. Wood was saying. So the fact that Mahomes, I believe, has 12 passing touchdowns on the season, plus 4 rushing touchdowns on the season, and he's kept his Chiefs team at 3-3 with Rashee Rice coming back, I'll say MVP Mahomes is back.
Pat is playing a lot better than he's played in previous years.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to realize you give Patrick Mahomes a deep threat, and he just thrives. When you know he can threaten you down the field and score in one play. When Xavier Worthy missed a couple games, Tyquan Thornton kind of found himself, so to speak. And then now that Xavier Worthy is back, everybody is playing back almost like when they had Tyreek Hill. But I'm going to say, like, to me, it's Baker way up here.
Yeah, agreed.
And everybody else is on the – Mike Evans is hurt. Chris Godwin's hurt. Puca goes down.
Yeah.
All right, Tez, let's go. It's your turn. He doing it with everybody.
Correct.
And they're winning. But what Pat Mahomes has done is for everybody – I'm everybody – that doubted him. You must have forgot that I was him.
Yeah.
That's all he telling us.
Why isn't Baker Mayfield getting the respect he deserves? Because I came on the show yesterday and said Baker should be the MVP, and the only reason he's not is because everybody is biased towards that last name Mahomes and the history of what Mahomes has done over the last 8-9 years in the National Football League. But based on this year alone, with whom he's done it with, Baker Mayfield's record, Baker Mayfield is obviously the MVP right now on today.
It's because of Baker Mayfield's personality, his mistrials in Cleveland, Carolina, the Rams, and how he had to kind of find his way. He had to find a team that fit him. He found that team in Tampa Bay, and nobody wants to give him his credit, but he's doing a lot with less. He's doing it like great receivers, but they're not always available.
Correct.
And so as long as the Bucks, if Baker Mayfield and the Bucks go 12-5, he's MVP, and he deserves it. And if he doesn't get it, it's a tragedy. It's just, it wouldn't be fair that you take a team with receivers in and out, and you don't get the MVP, and then you go at least 12-5. And to Mahomes, I would love to be on the Chiefs. I've never seen the team go through a game without having a penalty called on them. I just never seen it. And my son loved the Chiefs. He loved the Chiefs. And so because he loves the Chiefs, I kind of just mess with him and always want him to lose just so I could talk trash to him. But to go through that game, great game. The Chiefs played well. Brian Branch hit Juju after the game because what Juju did during the game. Hit him right in the back. Y'all don't see that? Mahomes scrambles. Dude grabs him. Y'all don't see that? But when you're great, you get those calls, almost like the Jordan rules and what LeBron and Luke and all the superstars in the NBA go through. But right now, Mahomes to me is Baker Mayfield, Daniel Jones, Patrick Mahomes.
Fair. I like it.
I mean, I like the Baker take as well. Now, let's talk about a quarterback that's no longer anywhere near an MVP conversation. And by no longer, I mean never was. Tua Tagovailoa got in front of a microphone again this week.
What the hell he
It
say
is a
this
weekly
time?
occurrence. This time, it was an apology for the last time he was on the microphone.
All right, so I, as a leader of this team, of the Miami Dolphins, the comments that had been said, I would say I've made a mistake, and I'm owning up to that right now. I've talked to guys on the team about it, talked to the leaders about it, and that they know my heart. They know that the intent was right, but no matter the intent, the intent can be right, but when things get misconstrued or however the media wants to portray it, that leaves a void of silence and a lot of questions for the guys on our team.
You feel like Tua needed to apologize for that?
I'm so torn on this. I'll say a couple things. One, shout out to Tua for retroactively taking accountability. Because here's the dilemma of what we do in society. Somebody messes up. We tell them to apologize. They apologize. Then we're like, man, you a punk for apologizing. It's dumb to me, T. It's dumb to me, Care Bear. So shout out to Tua for apologizing and taking accountability. Now, it's absolutely meaningless. Nobody in the locker room is like, hell yeah, thanks for that apology, Tua. No, the damage has already been done. Tua, you already called out your teammates. It's done. Your teammates didn't follow you before your comments. That's why they didn't go to the players-only meetings. Your teammates aren't going to follow you after the comments because now you just apologized for something that you've already exposed yourself for. You've already outed your teammates. Tua has already said, it's not on me. We got a lot of guys not showing up, not dedicated. We still need to figure out who are those guys. So the apology in my mind, though, thank you for it, and I'm not going to condemn him for it, it was a waste of time because, T, you're not getting that respect back. Once the respect is gone, it's gone. It's like a soda can that has carbonation. Once you open that joint, you can't get the fizz back. You can't get the carbonation
losing the
back.
Bubbles.
It's gone.
We losing bubbles.
We losing bubbles. And that's what's going on right now.
Man.
I think it's already gone, T.
You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
No, sir.
And if you're going to criticize everybody publicly, let's apologize the same way. That's the right way to do it. But don't say things got misconstrued. You said what you said. And this is the problem. And I like Tua. That's my guy. We get along very well. But when you have a players-only meeting, that's the players calling that. Coaches have nothing to do with that. If the player chooses to come, he chooses to come. He don't have to come. He chooses to come. He doesn't choose to come. That's on him. What should have happened was this. When you don't show up, I'm addressing that.
Correct.
We have a players-only meeting either before or after practice.
Yeah.
So we have it before practice, after practice in the locker room. While we all in the locker room, because everybody's in there, I'm calling everybody out that wasn't there. Hey, bro, we blah, blah, blah. Why you wasn't there?
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
But here's the problem, bro. In order to do that, people have to fear you.
Right. They have to respect you.
True, but to some degree, they're the same thing.
Yeah.
I remember, hold on real quick. I remember at Texas, we had an defensive lineman, Lamar Houston.
I played with Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar ends up getting drafted to the Ravens. We had a players-only meeting. We had an offensive lineman, I'll keep him nameless. He was 6'4", 340 pounds, not drafted, 5-star recruit. He didn't show up to the meeting or showed up late. Lamar, why the hell you late? He smacked his lips, he laughed. If we do something in Texas, if you're in a fight, take it to the storm. Take it to the storm. What? Take it to the storm. Take it to the storm. What? The storm was the locker room. Next thing you know, we had 2 6'4", 300-pounders fighting because Lamar was like, hey, I'm going to address this. Throw these hands right here, right now. I do not think Tua Tagovailoa has the fear of his teammates.
You know he doesn't because he went to the media to get his point across.
Yeah.
He could have got his point across to the person or persons in practice. Coach could have been up, Mike McDaniel. We all know how it goes. Wednesday morning meeting, Thursday morning, whatever. Coach, I got something to say. Because the head coach is up Wednesday and Thursday in front of Coach, I got something to say. Address the team right there for the guys that didn't show up to the players on. Call them out right there. That's what you do. You call them out in front of their teammates. Mm-hmm. Don't do it in the media. So when you do it into the media, they looking into it like, excuse my language,
really good
what
point.
the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah.
So that's how you handle it.
So you think Tua should have got up there and said, now, should he call him out by name? Because to me, but that's still snitching, T.
No.
It is. If the coaches are there, that's snitching.
But
he should have got up there in my mind and said, you know who the hell you are.
You already know. When you went to your position meeting, your position, bruh, coach, can you believe so-and-so ain't show up?
Yeah.
And when they tell that coach, he telling the head coach.
Yeah.
They already know who showed up and who didn't.
Yeah.
They know.
So you call him out in front of everybody?
I would, and all the guys I played with, they know that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something, but that's me.
Now, at that point, though, to me, it's already too late. Because if players aren't showing up to players-only meetings, even if you call them out, you're not going to be able to force them to show up.
You know what the thing is, Acho? The players that didn't show up, if they are players that you rely on, that's the worst part.
It's a wrap.
If you rely on them,
TJ, I'll say this.
That's the worst part.
I don't think he calls them out publicly like that if they weren't players that he didn't rely on. I think, in my opinion, they had to be players that they're relying on for him to be frustrated enough to say it to the media.
Linemen.
So that's a problem. In my way makes it like I've had more time to think about this. I think Tua felt stuck because they're guys that he needs to be there.
Yeah.
And they're not showing up because they either don't respect him or they don't respect the coach. But I think it was more of a, I can call you out in a meeting, but if you really don't respect me, all right, I'm going to call your ass out publicly.
But this is that point where I hate the phrase lost the locker room. I hate that. What the hell does that look like? I hate when journalists created it. You're going to lose the locker room.
Who loses the locker room?
I don't know. I hate that phrase.
The Longhorns of 2010.
But if there was ever a resemblance of losing a locker room, what's going on in Miami is that. Because at the point in which players aren't showing up to players-only meetings and Tua is relying on those players to show up to the players-only meetings, that's why he's calling them out. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because you don't show up to a players-only meeting for one or two reasons. Number one, it's going to be a waste of time. Meaning, if I show up, ain't nothing finna change. We sorry. And if you don't think you can change anything because you sorry, you will never change anything because you're sorry. You feel me?
You know what needs to happen? Wednesday, Thursday, we full pads. One of the periods going to be live.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, we full pads. One of the periods going to be live. We practice an hour and a half. We're practicing 2 hours today.
Yeah.
And Mike McDaniel, they're losing.
Yeah.
And this is what happens when you lose.
But here's the problem. Let's
you
be real.
got to make these practices harder.
If Tua was Cam Newton, could do it. If Tua was Josh Allen, could do it. And I'm not saying by talent, I'm saying by physicality. Why am I saying that? Because Tua should be the one to say, hey, we're going full pass. F it. I remember James Jones said there was a preseason game when he was playing with the Packers. Third preseason game. Back in the day, the fourth preseason game, starters don't play. Mike McCarthy's like, hey, Jordy, you're down. James, you're down. Greg Jennings, you're not playing. Y'all at Randall Cobb, you're down. And Aaron Rodgers was like, nah, coach, I want us to go. And so McCarthy looked at everybody else like, okay, Jordy, you're up. Greg, you're up. Aaron, James Jones, you're up. And James was like, come on, bro. But Rodgers was like, I don't feel good about where we are right now, so I want us to go. Everybody's going. The problem with Tua saying, hey, I want us to go full pads, I want us to hit, I want us to go live, you're a quarterback. We can't touch you regardless. But if Cam were going to do it, Cam could say, nah, hit me. You know what I mean? Like, Cam could actually say that. But Tua's in a glass case. We treat Tua so delicately. I don't think Tua has the necessary respect of his teammates.
He can go to Mike McDaniels privately and say, he could text him, call him. I think we need to go full
But
pass.
that's not the same.
It isn't the same. It isn't the same. But the point, you get the point. You've won one game.
Yeah.
You're better than that. We got to turn it up. Because ultimately, the Dolphins, Mike McDaniel may lose his job. And these players, y'all don't realize when a new coach come in, the bottom 10 of the roster, you gone. He bringing his 10 players in. He bringing his players in. The guys that make money, you got to stay. They bringing their own guys in.
But now, it sounds to me, though, aren't you turning Tua into a snitch? If Tua goes to McDaniel and says, hey, coach,
that ain't a snitch.
We need a full padded practice.
I don't look at that as that's what we need right now because we're not playing physical enough up front. That's what I believe we need. Mike McDaniel should do it on his own.
Here's why I disagree with you, T. I remember in college, we go to a national championship game my sophomore year. My junior year, we go 5-7. So now my senior year, I'm like, hey, we ain't finna suck my senior year. We can suck y'all senior year. My senior year, it's time to go to work. I remember we had a player, I won't say his name, Patrick McCopper. We had a player and we were doing stadiums. And he was walking up the stadiums. What stadiums are in Darrell K. Memorial Stadium. You got to go up and down.
Yeah.
Up,
the
down,
snake.
Up,
the snake.
The whole joint. You got
just
the whole joint.
Yeah.
He started walking. I went to Coach Brown. I said, Coach, I can't win with him. I, Emmanuel Acho, cannot win with that player on the team.
What position he play?
He's linebacker.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, he has to give a scout team look to my offense, so they can't win with them. He has to do individual drills with me. He got to warm me up before games. I cannot win with him. So I need him off the team. I never saw him again as a football player. Stayed on campus, kept the scholarship, that's all good. But at the end of the day, this is my team, not your team, Mac Brown. This is Tua's team, not your team, Mike McDaniel. So if you can't win with him in the NFL, you can't cut dudes. But Tua, you have to be the one to say keep going. I would tell our strength coaches, I'd be like, hey, coach, nah, we got to go longer. We got to go longer. Like, because at the end of the day, players have to take accountability for their team, not the coaches.
100%. I'll say this. Me, if I'm a teammate of Patrick's, that's his name?
Yeah.
This is what I would do, and this is what I've done. If somebody is struggling, if I'm in front of them, I stop, let them get to where I'm at. Now I'm running with them, and I'm putting my hand on it. Come on, let's go. That's how I did it. I'm gonna lead by example. Come on, bro. Let's go. You got this.
But how long?
No.
Because how long,
now,
T?
How long until you holding yourself back?
No.
Correct.
Yeah. If he stop, as long as he's running, I'm gonna run with him. As soon as he stops, I'm done with him.
Yeah.
Because I'm showing you the support. I'm gonna lead by. Let's go. You got this. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. That's what I'm telling him as we run it. If he stops, but then with Tua, let's go back to Tua.
Yep.
He may not just have it in him. Just because you're the quarterback and you're the highest paid player on the team, don't mean you're the leader of the team.
Yeah.
They want to anoint you as a leader,
yeah.
but that doesn't mean you're the leader. And that's the media. The quarterback always has to be the leader. Why is that? If God, you know who determines who the leader? The guys on the team. Whoever they're willing to follow is the leader.
Yeah.
It's not always a quarterback, but you always want it to be the quarterback because he's a face. He makes so much money. That just may not be him.
And to me, the leader has to be the toughest, most fearless, most dominant, like self-sacrificial one. And at the end of the day, it's not Tua's fault, but Tua hasn't proven to be tough just by nature of these injuries. So like I can't follow a guy who might get a hit in the head and before I know it, he's getting carted off the field in an ambulance. And this sounds harsh, but T, you play ball, so you know I'm not BSing here. Like at the end of the day, like I can't follow a guy who can't demand a full padded practice because we can't afford for him to get hit. I can't
follow a guy that's not available. You can't trust to be available consistently.
I can't follow a guy who unfortunately has that type of injury.
I'll also say this from an outsider's perspective. I have a lot of friends that played. It's interesting to see how players talk about their quarterback when they're not playing well. You'd be surprised. It's not like, oh, well, he's got it good. Like that's what they say outside. But a lot of times, man, this motherfucker sucks. I'm out here busting my ass, and he out here selling it.
Yeah,
he out here throwing 3 picks. You think the team respects you? You want him to call a padded practice. Oh, yeah, Tua wants us to run it so you can pick him off 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, no, bro. Like, they don't respect him because they don't respect his play. They don't respect his availability. They just don't respect him as a quarterback. And that's why it's done in Miami. It's done.
Yeah.
It's been done. Like, whether he had this apology, whether he didn't, the fact that he says all this stuff in front of the mic is crazy already. They should take a microphone away from the man. But at this point, bro, it's done with Tua. And he's not going to get any more respect from a locker room that's already lost. And I do think you can lose a locker room because nobody respects that man. Nobody.
I mean, I can't disagree with it anymore. T, last one for you before we have to move on. Can Tua get the respect back?
It's easy. You got to win. Like, when you start winning, it covers up
Cures
a lot
everything.
of flaws. And so if they can start winning, and Waddle can go off, A-Chain can go off, of course, it's because if they're winning, Tua's playing better. So it's like, all is good now.
Yep, that's facts. That's facts.
All right, we got some super chats going. We just getting started. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all watching, make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and hit the bell button to be notified. I see a lot of y'all coming in late. Hit the bell button to be notified when we are going live every night. 8:15 p.m. Pacific, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. or 10:15 p.m. Central, 9:15 p.m. I'm giving you all the ones. But we have a couple of super chats. This one's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, TJ. He said 6'8" Aquarius. Said, TJ, you owe me an R. Kelly CD you never gave me back when we were at Cerritos. We was on the track team together. I threw shot put.
Which one is it? I'm gonna get it for you. Which one is it?
Which R. Kelly album was it?
Which one is
Kelly
it?
Kells is crazy in Big 2025.
I got you.
Oh, we also got another one from 214, Mr. DFW. Fly Eagles fly to start off, of course. He said, question for TJ. I understand Burrow is out right now and that affects Chase, obviously. However, right now, do you feel like there is any receiver playing better in the league than Jackson Smith and Jigba?
No.
Interesting conversation.
JSN is balling, and that's why they were comfortable shipping DK to Pittsburgh. They knew he was ready for this. They knew he was ready for this role. No, he's balling.
Wow.
And Burrow, man, Burrow might be coming back a little sooner than people think, man. We're going to see how this go.
We might have a little breaking
TJ breaking news.
I just know he's doing better, so, I don't... Flacco, just win us a couple games, man. We still got a chance, baby.
Yeah. Y'all need it. Y'all need all the luck y'all can get. Talking about teams with awful offenses. Or no, not with awful defense, actually. Awful defensive side of the ball. Our offense is amazing. My Cowboys have looked like absolute dog crap this season.
They have.
And, all right, you have to agree that quickly. That's crazy. But they've looked awful. Acho, I saw you posted something about their defense earlier today. I wanted to give you a chance to, go ahead, tell us about it.
Bruh, we talked about this yesterday, and I want to spend a moment just these little teachable moments. The Cowboys' defense, schematically, awful. Communication, awful. Execution, awful. I want to show y'all something you won't find really anywhere else. Rome, if you're ready, go ahead and show it to the world. But the dilemma with the Cowboys right now is a few things, and really, I don't know that it's fixable. And that's why I'm worried, because it really seems like they're undermining an MVP caliber season by Dak Prescott. And so whenever we have it ready, I'll show y'all. But in the meantime, I just don't know that it's fixable, Camber. I don't know if it's fixable.
We're not.
All right, turn this volume up.
Take it. You're going to get a headache. Bad communication, bad schematics, and bad execution. First thing I'm going to explain to you. A gap, B gap, C gap. A gap, B gap, C gap. D gap. I need you to see just how bad communication is, the scheme is, and the execution is. 50 is telling 59, hey, move to the right. But 59 is like, why would I move to the right? I should have this A gap. 50, he should have this B gap. Because who in the hell has this B gap? Now, as 50's telling 59, move to the right, watch which way 59 moves. He moves to the left. Communication, egregiously wrong. So now these two players don't know what they're doing. 50 on the snap. He sprints into the A gap that 59 seemingly has. And all of a sudden, this is another 10-yard gain that should be a no-yard gain.
Got it.
Communication.
Got it. When you watch the Dallas Cowboys tape, T, when y'all watch it at home, it's so bad that this is like basic high school stuff that should be getting fixed. I went to an Oaks Christian game last Friday out here in California, and they don't make these mistakes. To the point where I'm wondering, who's coaching this? How are you coaching it? And why are you coaching it? T, the first thing you do on defense, and you can educate me on the offense, but the first thing you do on defense is you figure out where you line up. Because the place you line up, it dictates the leverage you have. So very simply put, everybody is responsible for a gap, especially in a one high defense. In a two high defense, linebackers, you're responsible for two gaps. If the run goes to you, you usually have the C gap. If the run goes away from you, you have the A gap. It's really that simple. But the Cowboys defenders, they're always out of whack. They do not know how to communicate. And Matt Eberflus, the defensive coordinator, schematically, he has them in all types of positions that just don't even make sense. To the point where, Kieran, sometimes I don't even blame the players. When I was going back and watching the Cowboys film, I'm like, wait a second, who's coaching this? Yeah. Because when you see one player do something wrong, on a player, you see two players do something wrong, that's on the coach. And when I watch the Cowboys, it's multiple players doing things wrong at the same play. There was a pivotal 4th and 3 in the game, T. Bryce Young throws the ball to Hunter Renfrow. Why are two defenders standing 7 yards deep on 4th and 3? Everybody on 4th and 3 should have their heels at the first down marker and do not back up. Make TJ carry you past the sticks. Make the wide receiver carry you past the sticks. So at the point in which I'm watching multiple players on the Cowboys defense all do the same thing wrong, it's coaching to me, T. It's coaching to me, Care Bear. It's not just the players. Now it's bad coaches all around.
I refuse to believe that Kenneth Murray doesn't understand basic gap integrity. If I'm watching it, and that's like one clip. There's been multiple clips this weekend where he's literally crossing the other linebacker's path going the opposite direction. I don't know what's happening.
I don't think it's him. Here's what people don't understand about football. Everybody has to be in one accord. And you know what's crazy? If I think I'm doing something right, but T is like, hey, Acho, it's this. I'm going to be like, is it this or is it that? T, if you know you got a 9 route, but Chad looks at you like, hey, T, you got to come back. Even though you know you got a 9, now you got to start second guessing. Do I have a 9 or do I have a comeback? And it's in real time. So and T's nodding and he's smiling because he's probably been there before. So I don't think Kenneth Murray was wrong on that clip. That's number 59. There are players who know they're supposed to do something, but if one player's confused, everybody's seemingly confused.
Playing defense at every level, specifically the NFL, it's very simple. Do your job. Mm-hmm. Do your job. Because when you try to do my job, now who's going to do your job?
Correct.
Like pizza, you take my slice of the pizza, I got to take your slice. But how do I know you're taking my slice of pizza?
Correct.
And you can't fix this during the season.
Yeah.
This isn't fixable. You do all this in OTAs, in training camp.
Yesterday.
You go over this to make sure we're locked in. And as a coach, if you're making calls that they do not understand, you need to simplify it. Mm-hmm. You need to make it to where you can know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing also. Yeah. So now be better than me.
T, did you play against the Legion of Boom?
Yeah, no. Okay. No.
You never played against Legion?
No, I was in the league, but I never played against
But you were in the league same time as Legion?
Yes.
I don't know if people realize the Legion of Boom's defense was probably the simplest, best defense in the history of football.
Single high defense, press corners. They're going to play you outside leverage because they got safety help inside.
Yep. Legion of Boom ran 2 calls. They ran man and they ran cover 3.
And they knew exactly how they were going to be attacked because these are the weaknesses in the defense.
Correct.
Beat us because we know how you're going to attack us.
And if you know your weaknesses, you can turn them into strengths.
Mm-hmm. Acho, you know this, man. It's a lot of fucking dummies that play football.
Talk about it.
And they're just so talented that you have to play them.
Yeah.
They're dumb. Like, you know how many times I would line up and I would have to tell people what to do? They looking at me. You got this.
Yeah.
You got this. And not just Chad, because I know everybody think it's just Chad. No, it's not just Chad. I remember I told a guy, you have this route in the huddle because I knew he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
He's running out. Carson tells him what to do. He still ran the wrong route. We literally just told you 15 seconds prior what to do.
Yeah.
He still ran the wrong route because he was uncertain.
Yeah.
And so some guys get it.
Let me say this. Oh, we going places. Sometimes coaches are too smart for their players. You got to remember, more often than not, a coach is smart. But a player can be dumb. And so a coach will overload a player with information. And so all of a sudden, you got defenses that you're going into games with 25 calls. All you need is 4. You know what I mean? Like,
and
that's
offense.
talk about it.
Man, they might call a play. Can Cowboys defense be fixed? $30.7 per game per season. Ready, set, go. You like, okay, what words that the quarterback said
matter to me?
Pertain to me.
Yeah. Hold on, T. I'm confused.
There's only like one part.
Break that down, because y'all getting some priceless information right now. Give me a call.
Okay, so
and then tell me what part of the call pertains to you.
So they'll say, let's say trips right. That's the formation. Ron, that's the protection. 383 could be the concept of the play. H flat Y corner. So if you're the H, you have the flat route. If you're the Y, you have a corner. 383, that's an out. The 8 is a seam. But it depends on what position you're at. Only thing that pertains to the offensive line was Ron.
That's it.
The protection, Ron. And then the quarterback or the center will make the point. Whoever the quarterback or the center points to, if he blitzes, that's who they're IDing as the mic. So you watch TV. 53 is the mic. All that means is if he blitzes, the offensive line blocks him. That's it. The first guy outside of him, the running back blocks. Okay, the guy that I ID as a mic is 53. I don't think he's blitzing. Easy. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Because I don't want the running back blocking him now. I want the O-line blocking him. That's all it is. And that is so simple for me. But dude, that is geometry to
for
other
some people, bro.
And I'm like, it's so simple.
For some people. And like, you have to understand your players. Are your players intelligent or not? I played with a lot of dumb players. And if you're playing with dumb players, you got to simplify it, bruh. You got to simplify it.
It's some dumb coaches, too. I'm not going to say the coach name, and I'm not saying the player name. I ain't really not going to do it. Hey, we were in practice one time, and the dude was really good. Left the Bengals and balled out when he left. But anyway, he made a mistake in practice.
Okay.
And Marvin was like, da-da-da. He called his name out. What the fuck are you doing? And he says, Coach so-and-so told me this is how it's supposed to be in the meeting. Because he didn't like he was getting yelled at. Coach so-and-so was like, I ain't tell you that. The other linebackers came to me and was like, he did say that in the meeting. So the coaches sometimes don't know what they doing.
That's bad.
And I was like, so then I went to Marvin after practice. I said, Coach, between you and I was told by guys in that meeting, that's what he was told.
Said,
Because I didn't want him to be looked at like he was dumb. And it was the coach's fault.
Let me ask you this. What can you do when you have dumb players? Because if the Cowboys are in a position, I'm not saying that their players are dumb, but if you're not in a position where you're executing, what can you do when you have dumb players?
You have to simplify it. And it's what you said. 5 calls max. And we're going to just rep it over and over. Because if you're not understanding it as a player, that's on me as a coach. I'm a coach. I don't even look at myself. I'm a teacher. I coached my daughters growing up softball. I've never played softball in my life. All my kids were well coached. Every college coach in America. You play softball, baseball? No. How do they know this? I don't know. I'm attention to detail. You have to, and they don't go over it.
Correct.
Over.
Let me tell you a story. True story. When Chip Kelly was in Philadelphia, the offense would do a drill where they would run 4 verticals, all go special, right? You're running 4 verticals. And what we would do on defense, we would change our play call and cover 4 verticals for a whole period of practice. So for 12 straight minutes, 1's up, 4 verticals versus cover 2 defense. 2's up, 4 verticals versus cover 4 defense. 3's up, 4 verticals versus cover black defense is 2-man, we called it, versus black defense. 1's up, 4 verticals versus cover 3 defense. 2's up, 4 verticals versus man defense. 3's up, and it was just, hey, you can play every call versus everything. Now, there's weaknesses sometimes, but like every defensive call can literally match up against everything. Sometimes you might have an outside linebacker playing man on TJ. You don't want that, but you can match up versus everything. And that's what the great defenses like the Seattle Seahawks Legion of Boom did. Simple, but excellent.
Yeah, I know y'all was getting fried in practice with them when y'all was running cover 3. That's why that 4 verticals my cover 3 beater.
Cover 3.
Yeah, 4 verticals cover 3.
Throw away from safety rotation.
Exactly.
And if
hit that seam, bow, right there.
If the deep safety knows that the quarterback wants to throw away from safety rotation, he should shade opposite of safety rotation because that's what they're taught.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
No, I mean, yeah, you had Advil at the beginning of that. I think our defense looked like everybody mom ate too much time.
Hey, the Cowboys are bad, bro. Care Bear, you my dog. They bad, bro. They bad.
Our defense is bad. Our defense is generational cheeks. That's what. That's what
Magic City Party.
Yeah, we magic. We the Victoria's Secret fashion show they just had the other day.
Jerry Jones said that run defense was gonna be better.
And Jerry Jones is a senile old man. Keeping the Cowboys here before we move on. Everybody practiced a little bit today. This is one of the craziest injury reports I've ever seen. The Cowboys have like 15 players listed as limited, and this is the yellow pages in terms of the injury report for the Cowboys and Commanders for this week's game. Can Dak lead this team with all of these injuries and with the bad coaching on the defensive side of the ball to the playoffs?
No chance. Like, before the season started, we all said, especially when they got rid of Micah, it's over. Then they play the Eagles close.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they played
The Packers.
The Packers, I mean. They played the Packers close, and it was like, oh, they tied them? They almost, what? The Cowboys are better than we thought. No. The Cowboys they not going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Dak is playing well. Offensively, they all playing well. CeeDee Lamb goes down, George Pickens. Y'all forgot this is what I do? The Cowboys ain't going to the Cowboys probably going to finish last in the division.
Whoa.
The Giants.
Whoa.
The Giants is coming. Pause. They coming.
Really?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, you got pause in the chat. You were saying it earlier. You were saying,
But like the Cowboys have played some good games against teams that we believe are really good. No, they have no chance.
Let me ask you this, Care Bear, because I want to talk to the fan in you for a moment. Would you rather, okay, I think the Cowboys could make the playoffs, win 9 games. It's weird right now in the NFC.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz. What's going to happen with the Vikings as a wild card team? What's going to happen with the Packers? They haven't looked great in the last 3 weeks with them as a wild card team. What's going to happen with the Chicago Bears, a wild card team? San Francisco 49ers, they're maligned right now. Arizona Cardinals, they're not any good. The Rams, they haven't looked great in 3 weeks. Lost 2 of their last 3 games. Cowboys could make the playoffs, maybe. But as a fan, knowing the Cowboys aren't going to make any legitimate noise in the playoffs, would you rather them go to the playoffs and end up drafting 20th overall? Or would you rather them win 5 games and end up drafting 7th overall?
I've been Team Tank since we traded Micah Parsons. You got 2 first-round picks in the next 2 years. Why not be ass and make them 2 good first-round picks? You get what I mean? Or it's better trade bait in the offseason as well, though. If I can get a pick that's number 14, number 13, I can actually get some more pieces around on this defensive side of the ball. I think Shoddy's showing right now offensively, he has it. I think this offensive line, they're young. We get to keep them. We have it on the offensive side of the ball, but we don't have it for too long.
Yeah.
You get that offensive line for cheap right now. You get CeeDee Lamb right now. You get George Pickens right now. You get the last couple of years of prime Dak right now. You have to win now. So those first round picks, you use 2 of them, you trade 2 of them, and you go get actual pieces. I'm not a fan of doing what the Jason Garrett era was, which was perennial 8-8, and you're not good enough to be able to get better guys around, and then you're continuing to lose. It's just not. It's not what's making good teams. That's not the way that good teams go about things. You now have assets like the Eagles had assets to be able to build something. Stink it up, man. Tank. Please, tank.
I don't think they have a chance at the playoffs. You name all the teams that you name.
You think are better than the Cowboys?
I believe they are.
Yeah.
Maybe the Cardinals are on par with them.
There's 100%
Everybody
7
else
teams
is
better. There's 100% 7 teams better than the Cowboys in the NFC. The problem is, I know these Cowboys, man. We are regular season demons. We shouldn't have a win right now.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Dak Prescott playing at an elite MVP level, this would be the laughing stock in the NFL right now. Especially with that defense. But right now, we're gonna piece together some wins.
Correct.
We might get to 9. We might get to 10. Maybe
they're gonna be 6-11, 7-10.
I hope so.
Yeah, it'd be good for the Cowboys.
I hope so.
That would be good for the boys.
Speaking of a team in the oh my God, I was about to glaze the Philadelphia Eagles. Hold on one second. I was about to say, speaking of a team that's good in the NFC East. Speaking of an overrated team in the NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles made some noise in the media this week. Nick Sirianni, while asked during a presser this week, I'll let you take a listen.
How do we know that this 2-game slide isn't the 2023 slide?
How do you know it's not the 24 slide? Right.
Bars. Absolute bars.
Yeah,
we also have this one. Hey,
yeah.
Quinyon Mitchell, Jalen Carter, and Landon Dickerson all practicing today. Nick Sirianni, for lack of a better term, letting them nuts hang right now, man.
Yeah.
It's different.
I like that. Here's how I know it's not the 2024 slide, though. And it's, because there are too many voids on the Philadelphia Eagles roster. 2024, the roster was complete. You just had to tinker with some things. Jalen Hurts, don't pass the ball more than 25 times a game. Eagles go on to win. Jalen Hurts wins Super Bowl MVP. But right now, you got a question mark at right guard. You got a question mark at left guard and center as far as health. You got a question mark at cornerback opposite Quinyon Mitchell, even when Quinyon Mitchell's healthy. You got a question mark at safety opposite Reed Blankenship. You got question marks all over the field. So to me, it's not just like the Eagles are struggling by happenstance, T. No, the Eagles roster just actually isn't as super team as it was last year because of injury and because of some major vacancies.
The biggest question mark for me is twofold. The offensive line and corner.
Yeah.
That's it. Keely Ringo got picked on a little bit the last couple weeks. Yep. If they can find somebody opposite of Quinyon Mitchell and, like, just put Cooper DeJean back. Put him back at corner.
But the problem, T, what you just said sounds so easy, but it's impossible.
That's what he did last year.
No, I'm saying if they can find somebody opposite Quinyon Mitchell, there's nobody you can find 7 weeks into the season to come play cornerback for you right now. Maybe I think Stephon Gilmore is a free agent, but there's nobody you can find to just walk in and play cornerback right now.
It's somebody has to be on that team that understands, I got Jalen Carter and these boys up front. I just got to hold up for a split second. They getting to the quarterback.
But here's the other question. Who are these boys? Nolan Smith, hurt. Zadarius Smith, just retired. Jalen Carter has been underwhelming all season. Jordan Davis has been great, but he's a run stopper. Yeah. So, like, these boys that you speak of, the days of the Eagles having 70 sacks, that's 3 seasons ago.
And you know why they had 70 sacks? Because they were getting ahead of people, forcing people to throw the ball. Now the games are tight.
Yep.
So now they're able to run the ball. They're able to, the whole playbook is open.
Yeah.
And so they have to get offensively, first 10. Listen, man. Kevin Patullo. Let me give you the first 10. Get AJ Brown 2 balls. Devontae Smith 2 balls. Saquon 4 carries. The other 2 go to God or whoever you want. That's how you do the first 10. They ready to go. They locked in.
How important is it to get a receiver touches early? Because James Jones would always tell me a receiver's game doesn't even start until he gets a catch and gets tackled.
You just want to get hit. Once you get that kind of, like, at least for me, and they always, well, not always, but the majority of the time, they would make sure me and Chad got the ball in the first series. Once you get that first tackle, butterflies go away, you locked in. Yeah. You are all the way locked in. You blocking hard, run away from you. You not just jogging, looking. You really sprinting to get to the corner in case the back break it.
Yeah.
You ain't getting the ball. You just kind of jogging, looking.
So for A.J. Brown, then, it's not about him getting catches just for him getting catches' sake.
No.
It's about him getting catches so that he can be involved in a game sake.
Yes. If A.J., even if he doesn't get the ball, and he knows in the first 10, they trying to get me the ball, you involved.
Gabriel, why the hell you laughing?
It's just a lot of talking about what's going on with the Eagles and the rhythm and whatnot. And I really think if their quarterback play was beyond average, they would be in a comfortable position right now. I'm just being honest.
So he below average.
Do you think he's been above average this season? I'm saying he's average. I'm not saying he's below average. I'm saying he's straight up average. They need above average performances to be undefeated right now, and he cannot do it.
Nah, he's above average. He's been playing above average. He's just not playing at the level that people expect him to play at because they're the Eagles and they were dubbed, them and the Ravens, the super teams of the National Football League. Yeah. And so now he's
not a super team quarterback though. He's what makes this team not a super team. If every other piece is not working perfectly in cohesion, it's not a super team. It looks like a super team roster-wise, but whenever you have him go out there in clean pockets and miss touchdowns, it's not like they're not being drawn up. I watched him overthrow Devontae Smith last week. I'm sorry. I might sound like a hater. Y'all can say I'm a hater. A lot of problems with the Eagles. The Eagles need to be rhythm.
Fan, so that's only fair, right?
Fair, exactly.
Yeah.
The Eagles are so out of rhythm, they can't get A.J. Brown going. Who's the one throwing them the ball? Who's the one responsible for getting them the ball? Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown. They all start eating whenever Jalen Hurts can operate. And right now, sorry, he's just not doing enough.
You know the ball when A.J. Brown got overthrown, he kind of slowed down, right?
Yeah.
He slowed down a little bit. If he keeps running, he catches that. If he's getting the ball in the first series, he don't slow down.
Correct.
He's all out because he think he getting that ball all the time.
Yeah.
That's how that matters.
I never commented on that one because I like AJ. I'm partial to my dog. But at the end of the day, it's hard to explain if you ain't played. And I hate when you say that. But sometimes there are moments where it's like, players don't play 100% every
we
snap.
all have done that.
Players don't play like defensive linemen, linebacker. If I'm in man coverage on a running back and the quarterback's rolling out to the right and the running back's just out there left, I'm catching my breath. Quarterback ain't throwing it back to this dude. And if he does, I can react. Every player takes plays off. The kicker is, can you calculate the plays that you're taking off and not be noticed? AJ's like, Jalen ain't throwing this joint to me, so I'm going to take this one off. Because Jalen don't usually throw it to him. The problem was that time he did. People like, Acho, get mad at A.J. Brown. I'm like, for what? Everybody takes plays off. The dilemma is he got caught that time, but like Jalen Hurts has trained A.J. Brown to take certain plays off. And so he did.
If he was involved, he would. Man, when you got a stutter go and it's cover 4,
Yeah.
we're going to give him a football education.
Go
So when
ahead.
you play cover 4, we talked about this last time I was here. It's basically a match defense.
Correct.
So the number 2 receiver, if he stays vertical up the field,
safety.
it's a man situation for the safety.
Yes, sir.
So once you stutter past 10 yards, he has to honor and respect that.
Man to man.
I'm going right by him. So when you see cover 4 and you have a stutter go and you A.J. Brown, you like, hell yeah, touchdown. But you ain't been getting the ball, so you just like, why am I running this route? Oh, it's coming to me. And that's what happens when you're not involved.
Yeah. He did half-ass run that route. It could have been a touchdown. So
Do you blame AJ?
You have to blame AJ. That was a
Yeah.
good ball. If
No,
he's
that was
running
AJ's
full
fault.
speed, that's a touchdown. You have to blame him. But I've also done that myself. And so it's like, I'm not going to, every receiver has taken off.
Yeah.
Then you slow down. The ball coming on. Shit, I got to go.
Yeah.
Too late.
But to me, it's almost like the boy who cried wolf. It's almost like AJ runs that route 10 times and Jalen throws it once. So the 9 other times he runs it, Jalen don't throw it. So when he finally does run and Jalen throws, he's like, bro, I ain't used to you throwing it. And I just empathize with the reality of human football players. It's not Madden. Players play games normally. So if I'm not used to getting that ball, I don't think it's coming. Well,
If I'm the Buffalo Bills, I give up my late first-round pick to the Eagles. Y'all want this first-round pick? Let me get A.J. Brown. Let's go.
yeah.
Yep.
That's what I do.
Yeah. I think that is what should happen, to be honest. That's been rumored.
Yeah.
I mean, like heavily, but yeah, I think the Eagles' issues, they start with Kevin Patullo and they end with Jalen Hurts.
That's what I
that's just how I feel. Moving forward, let's talk about the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy has been out since week 2. He said the ankle is getting there. I wouldn't say it's 100% right now. Selfishly, I want to play, but we have to be smart here. The question for you guys is, Carson Wentz, not doing too bad.
He's not.
Who do you think should be the quarterback starting for the Vikings moving forward?
I need this one for you, T.
Me, I'm going with J.J. McCarthy. I let Sam Darnold go to see what he can do. I need to see what he can do.
Yeah.
Because I know Sam Darnold would have us in a better position right now if he was on our team over Carson Wentz and J.J. McCarthy.
True.
I know that. So I need to see what J.J. McCarthy can do with this team.
Here's why I'm a hell no.
Wow.
The NFC is more wide open right now than it's been since 2015. Probably than it's been in like 10, 12 years.
It's very open.
Or at least since 2018, 2017. Like, it is wide open.
Yeah. Grandma
Eagles are the
Valentine's
best team in football in the NFC. They don't look great. The Lions are the best team in the NFC. The Chiefs just beat the hell out of them. The Packers are the best. Huh? The Rams are the best team. What? The Bucks are the best team. They're led by Baker Mayfield. The NFC right now, T, wide open. So if I have an opportunity to make it to the playoffs and buy a ticket to the playoffs in the NFC, bro, it could go to anybody. This is going to be one of those years, Karen, you probably remember this, 2017 championship weekend when it was Blake Bortles versus Nick Foles versus Tom Brady versus maybe Matt Ryan.
I remember that.
I think it was that.
It was oh my gosh.
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum,
that
Nick
was
Foles,
nasty.
Tom Brady, and Blake Bortles.
Yeah, what a
and
great-
like that was the AFC championship game.
Yeah.
I think this is setting up for one of those years where it could be a cluster of who knows who. So if you're the Vikings, give me the guy that gives you the best chance right now. To me, T, that's Wentz.
And I want to know like you didn't have a high ankle sprain, did you, JJ? How are you missing so many games? It's a month. Like, did you tear some ligaments? Like, what type of ankle sprain did you have?
Yeah. Well,
because
that's what an ankle sprain is. It's a partially torn ligament.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He should be back by now. I feel like.
Hey, you know what we used to do with them ankle sprains? Well, you ain't never used no DMSO? You used it before? Like what these boys doing today?
What these boys on? They just on icy hot.
Hey.
Hey, what's the chat talking about, bro? I missed the chat.
Hey,
I missed the chat, bro.
I'm not telling y'all to go use it. I'm just saying I did.
Super chats have not been popping off tonight, but Green Dream dropped a $50 one earlier and said, I agree that JSN was balling. Also, the R. Kelly album, I believe, was born in the 90s. Born in the 90s. He said he just followed you on IG. You got to
shoot me a DM. I got you. I'm gonna get him. You got to
get him the R. Kelly CD.
I'm gonna get it to him.
Crazy.
Is that allowed? Ooh. Like, is that
it's gonna be a tough purchase.
Like,
to
is it legal to give someone an R. Kelly, or are you like?
It's more than legal.
I'm just
You
wondering.
can separate the artist from the art, bro.
But are you not guilty by association?
Nah, you're not enabling. He locked up now. He's
True,
up.
but like there could be one of those things where like you're in.
Hey, Born into the 90s was a whew.
Bro, he has bangers, man.
He does.
My mind is telling me no.
But is it legal to traffic an R. Kelly CD?
But my body,
Hey, you
my body is telling me yes.
He low key can kind of sing for real.
Oh man, I'm really on film singing R. Kelly in 2025.
I'm surprised you even know that.
Nah, I know a lot. I was raised in a white black household. White mom, but she listened to she was more in touch with white people.
I got you.
Moving forward, got a tweet from Adam Schefter here. Rams wide receiver Puca Nacua didn't practice today due to his ankle injury. Is this a big deal or is it not? Given the fact that he came out this season with
wild, and T, please check me, bro. If this sounds dumb as hell, check me. Puca missing a game might be the best thing for the Rams because Davante Adams has yet to get going. And so if Puca misses a game and Stafford and Adams can connect, then when Puca comes back, there's already a connection now between Stafford and Adams. There's an elongated connection forever between Puca and Stafford, and the Rams can actually function at a higher capability. But unless Davante Adams gets going, these Rams aren't going to the Super Bowl. So Davante Adams has to find a way to get going, and I don't know that he will find a way to get going so long as Puca Nacua is there. Because Puca Nacua, he gets every target, he gets every now pass, he gets every bubble screen, he gets every tunnel screen, he gets everything. So until DA gets going, it's all Puca, T. And I think DA got to get going for this team to go for.
I somewhat agree with you that it's surprising.
It's weird
that Davante isn't as involved as I thought he would be. They're just so overly relying on Puca. Dude had 52 catches after 4 or 5 games.
Correct.
Like it's like you cannot keep that pace up. And at some point, you're gonna need Davante.
Yes.
And so I do agree, but isn't that on Sean McVay also? Because when you call plays, you call in plays expecting this coverage.
Mm-hmm.
And when you call that play, it's like on your play sheet, you should have Puca, Davante, Kyron, all the guys you want to get the ball. Sean McVay can be calling plays to get Davante the ball. Now, you got to come down with those catches.
Yeah.
He dropped a couple tough catches, but he normally makes those plays. But I do agree, if they want to get to where they want to go, Davante Adams, he's going to have 85 to 100 catches, about 1,000 to 1,300 yards, 8 to 10 touchdowns. If he has that type of season, the Rams are Super Bowl contenders. Anything outside of that, I don't believe so. But him and Stafford need to get a comfort level.
Correct.
Of, I may look like I'm covered, but I'm not. Trust me, I'm going to get open. And yes, it could start with Puca not playing. But then when Puca comes back, does Stafford just still stay overly reliant? I would like it to happen when Puca is playing.
But I feel like Stafford needs to be reminded how good Davante Adams is.
He is good. Yeah. But I think McVay needs to dial it up a little more for Davante, because it was the same thing when Cooper Kupp was on the team. He's getting every single target.
Yeah.
And then now Puka's getting every single target. And so if you're the number one receiver on the Rams, you gonna eat. Simple. You're gonna eat.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Real quick. Are the Rams receivers a product of the system? Because I don't care if Puka Nacua has a triple crown. He's not the best receiver in football to me. Cooper Kupp, when he was triple crown, he wasn't the best receiver in football to me. Now, Puka might be the most well-rounded receiver because I think he can do everything. He can work from the slot. He can work from the outside. He can block. He's great yards after catch. He has good hands. But to me, the best receiver in football is still going to be Jamar Chase. So I don't just look at numbers and say, oh, they're the best wide receiver. I look at the game. And when Cooper Kupp was getting busy and Puka getting busy, I think Puka's a top 5 wide receiver in football. I'm still going Jamar Chase. I'm still going Justin Jefferson. I'm probably going A.J. Brown, and then I'm going Puka. But
over CD? Amon-Ra?
Yeah.
JSN?
Yes. JSN I haven't seen enough. Amon-Ra, respectfully, I'm going to say something that sounds disrespectful. So respectfully, if you work from the slot, I can't respect you.
Puka mainly works from the slot too.
That's why I can't respect you.
Amon-Ra?
But you just put Puka in the top 5, and he mainly works from the slot.
That's why I put him so far back, even though his numbers are top tier. So I put him so far back. Bruh, if you work from the slot, you're working against Emmanuel Achos. You're working against outside backers.
And
you're working against. Watch your mouth.
Oh, sorry, my fault.
You said that out loud.
My fault.
You said that.
My fault.
Use your inside voice next time.
My fault.
Use your inside voice.
I'm sorry.
Like, you working against nickels. You're working against backers. I can't, respectfully, I can't respect. Like I respect outside receivers, I can't respect slot receivers.
I'll say this. I'm biased, and I always tell y'all I'm biased. I train Puka. And so I'm biased when I answer this. Puka's a football player. And a lot of times, he's not the fastest. He's not the quickest. But what he is going to do is make the play. And people take that for granted.
That's good. That's really
Catching the ball
That's really good.
is taken for granted. You know how many guys get open? Then they drop it.
Yeah.
You know how many guys can't beat press? We take that for granted that the sum of all his parts may not be what somebody else's is.
You cooking.
But when you look at it,
T cooking right now.
it really is.
T cooking right now.
And that's what he's not ran 4.5 at the combine. Hamstring was hurt. I mean, we were trying to figure out, okay, Puka, we got to figure out how we going to do this at the combine. He's a football player.
Sure. Let me push back real quick, though. T said something earlier. I hope y'all were listening. He said something earlier. He said A.J. Brown ran a stutter and go versus safety. When you got a safety and you got a stutter and go, it's an automatic touchdown, you happy. But he said something interesting. I hope y'all were listening. He said, you got the safety if you're the number 2 wide receiver. The number 2 wide receiver is usually at that slot position, receiver position. Stutter and go versus Pat Surtain ain't a touchdown. Stutter and go versus Quinyon Mitchell ain't a touchdown. Stutter and go versus Reed Blankenship is likely a touchdown. Reason I'm saying this is if you're lined up in the slot, you get safeties.
Yes.
You get backers. You get nickels. You don't get number 1 corners.
That's on you as a coach. If I'm going to take advantage of your weakness and you don't realize that's a weakness, that's on you.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to eat by any means necessary.
There. Got it.
And so to me, if you going to play me cover 4, because all coaches are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
They get inside the 30-yard line. Cover 4 is our favorite coverage.
Yeah,
they know this.
That's really good.
So now I'm going to take advantage of that. And so for me with Puka, he just makes plays. Like the most underrated receiver in the league to me is a guy nobody talks about. Is Nico Collins.
Yeah.
He gets no credit.
Yeah.
And he's really good.
Yeah.
Always plays on the outside. They can do nothing with him. They do everything with him.
Yeah.
He gets no credit.
Yeah. It's like the life of the Texas wide receiver, though. Andre Johnson had the same issue. Like
Puka is just a football. If you throw Puka the ball on 3rd and 8, you need it. He makes a play. You think nothing of it. You throw that to other guys.
Yeah.
It's a contested catch out. He don't catch it.
Yeah.
You got to punt the ball. Puka makes the play.
T cooking.
And that's overrated.
I'll be honest with you,
Acho.
I hate your system wide receiver take, but also at the same time, it's not wrong. Like Puka could go off for 2,000 next year.
Yeah.
He could come back and go off for 1,800 this year.
Correct.
And the conversation still isn't going to be like, oh, is Puca the best wide receiver? It's going to be like, oh, this Sean McVay really did that for him.
Correct.
That's unfortunate though, because it shouldn't be that way for wide receivers. It's that way for quarterbacks.
Sure.
Whenever Pat Mahomes came in and threw 50 touchdowns his first year starting, it was like, oh wow, okay, this dude's amazing. He's incredible. He's the greatest thing ever. But we completely ignore the fact that Andy Reid is the one dialing up everything for him.
It's not even a slander of anything. It's just understanding the game of football. Like, that's why I respect.
But he does everything good. So if he does everything, it's just where he's at positionally.
Here's why I respect Myles Garrett better than anybody, more than anybody in football defensively. You know where Myles Garrett's going to line up every time.
Left tackle.
And he's going to win.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons, when he was on the Cowboys, over the center, over the guard, over the left tackle, over the right tackle. Like, they're moving them all the way around.
But Acho, isn't that what a great coach should do?
Yes.
I want Myles Garrett on the weakest link on the O-line.
Yeah.
I don't want you on the left tackle.
Yes, sure.
I don't want you going against Trent Williams.
And you're right. But who I'm going to give more credit to is the person who can have the same result doing it harder. Now, to your point, T, a coach shouldn't make your player have to do it harder. But if they do have to do it harder, if two dudes are millionaires, I think the dude who got it out the hood is better than the dude that was a trust fund baby. Both got $1 million.
You had to work harder to get it.
But the person that had to work harder to get it, I'm going to give it to. So the person that got the $1 million with no inheritance from their parents, not a two-parent household, broken household, mom was on Section 8, da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what?
Yeah.
But the dude that got the $1 million, whose parents
that's
were both
me. That's me. He just described.
Yeah.
That's me.
We also got a super chat here from a $5 super chat from Aisha Abazi. I think that's how you say her name. It said Care Bear turns into Grizzly Bear when talking about the Eagles. Hurts is still a Super Bowl MVP, so put some respect on our QB's name. Respectfully,
Let
go
him
Birds.
know.
Respectfully, Malcolm Smith was also a Super Bowl MVP.
Oh.
Speaking of Acho not giving people credit or teams credits, let's go ahead and take a look at my favorite part of the week. Acho's top shelf teams. And you did your big BS again right here, man. This is pissing me off.
This was the most stressful weekly power ranking I've done to this point. Cuss me out, call me out on the comments on this one. Two best teams in football right now based upon how they're playing and what they have back in my mind. Kansas City Chiefs to Bucks. Bucks 5-1, best record in the NFC. Kansas City Chiefs, because I think they have the most impressive win on the season, beating the Detroit Lions when the Detroit Lions were the hottest team in football, 4 straight wins. My next shelf, Seattle Seahawks. I get it. They have a loss. They have a loss to the Bucks by 3 points. I get it. They have another loss. I think it was to the Jags, but the Seahawks have been consistent throughout the duration of this season. The Eagles, I still trust them based upon what they've done over the last 12 and 16 months of football. I think they will get back right. They're healthy now. Detroit Lions, they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, but they lost to a healthy Chiefs team. Moving to the bottom shelf, this was the hardest thing. The Jags, the Colts, the Steelers. In all honesty, I was confused as hell. Steelers, they got, 1 loss, 2 losses. They haven't really played anybody, but they're winning. The Colts truly haven't played anybody, but they're winning. And to me, the Jags are in there because the Jags have legitimately impressive wins. Jags got to win over the Chiefs. Jags got to win over the Niners. But honestly, cuss me out because I was confused, but I can defend all my answers. Go.
I thought the Colts would at least be on tier 2 this week after going 5-1, after having one of the best offenses in the entire league, after Jonathan Taylor leads the league. They beat a team. Who
they beat?
They beat a good team in the Denver Broncos. They beat the Denver Broncos.
They beat the Broncos because they missed the kick. The Broncos had a penalty. They moved the kick up 15 yards, and then they
I don't care how you got it done. They got a W.
They didn't even win the game in regulation. They won the game off a penalty at the end of regulation and re-kicked. Again, the Colts are there because they only have one loss.
The Seahawks are better? You think the Seahawks are better than the Colts right now? You can say that with a straight face.
Absolutely, because remember, we can all agree that the Bucks are great.
That will be a great matchup. That is tough because there's 3 teams that I could take all the teams from tier 3 and drop them.
And put 3 more in.
Yeah, the Rams.
Here's my problem. The Rams.
The Falcons.
Really
I like the Falcons.
Let me address the Rams first off. They've looked bad 3 straight weeks. 3 weeks ago, you lost to the Eagles. 2 weeks ago, you lost to the Niners. And then this last week, you beat the Ravens, but that was terrible. Puca Nakua cussing on the sideline. It wasn't good. The Falcons, they lost 30-0 to the Panthers, if I'm not mistaken. So you're disqualified at least until week 10. Who else? Maybe the Packers. They've looked bad for 3 straight weeks.
It's
tough.
It's a tough season to have a tier
Steelers
list.
haven't played anybody yet.
I know.
And they play the Bengals tomorrow, and I love the Bengals, but they have yet to play a team
I know.
that has challenged them.
Is the chat mad at
Now,
me, Care Bear?
they did play the Patriots, but the Patriots have 5 turnovers and they barely won a game.
Correct. Patriots, I wanted to put it. You notice the Bills aren't on there and the Patriots aren't on there. Like, I've knocked both the Bills and the Patriots off my top shelf teams.
But the Seahawks are a good surprising team.
Correct.
They're so good on defense. Yeah. Like, you know what's crazy is Leonard Williams. When you watched him early in his career, he was not what he is now.
No, yeah.
Completely different.
Leonard Williams is dominant.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dominant D-line, but nobody ever talks about him.
Yeah.
They don't talk about, like, Leonard Williams is the reason that defense, they benched Tyreek Woolen, and it's like, okay, Tyreek Woolen was an all-pro Pro Bowler.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Eagles go get him.
Yeah.
He thrive in that defense.
Yeah.
But the top 5 teams, I agree with. The bottom row, they're interchangeable.
That's fair. I won't fight you over the bottom row.
I just don't like the fact you got the Bucks 5-1, Colts best record in the AFC. You got them in the 3rd tier, but I do agree. Looking at their schedule again, man, they really ain't played nobody, and neither of the Steelers.
Honestly, the Bucks should just be at the top.
I
by
know,
themselves.
alone.
They should be by themselves. Kansas City should be on
if
second.
the Bucks play the Chiefs, who you taking right now?
If the Bucks are healthy, I'm probably taking the Bucks.
What if the Chiefs are healthy?
For real?
If the Chiefs are healthy, I'm taking the Bucks. You got Mike Evans, Egbuka, Chris. I'm taking the Bucks.
They lost to the Eagles already, though.
It's something about Baker Mayfield. If the game is close,
What about Patrick Mahomes?
When the game is close.
What about Patrick Mahomes?
The way Baker Mayfield is playing, I just feel like they're going to win every time if the game is close.
I
feel like they're going to win every single time if he gets the ball and the game is close. Pat Mahomes has shown us that in the biggest of games.
Yeah.
Baker hasn't done it in the biggest of games, but he does it all the time in the regular. He just has to get to that point.
Care Bear, I'm not getting flamed?
Yeah, no, we had a couple chats. Mo Guala said the Seahawks are not better than the Colts, and then Mo Guala also said, Acho really hate the Rams. This shit's crazy.
They just haven't looked good for 3 weeks.
They haven't, but still, they're sitting at 4-2. They're sitting at 4-2.
Even if you haven't looked good, but you're playing solid teams, is that better than being the Steelers and you haven't played nobody?
The Eagles just lost to the Giants.
That's a good point. Like, it's not looking good. But see, here's the thing. Losing is still losing.
Yes, it is. It is.
So not looking good versus good teams and losing is still worse than win. You losing is still
I'd rather
losing.
win against a bad team
than lose versus good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we at, Care Bear? Where we at,
moving
bro?
forward, we do have some interesting. We have an interesting soundbite here from Dillion Gabriel after his first start, or his second start rather, in London. Let's go ahead and take a listen to what he had to say.
Mom used to beat my ass when I was a kid, so I don't think anything will live up to it. My mom, I'm just playing around, but I'm good. I'm good.
That was his response to being asked about playing the Steelers on Sunday. Hey, my mom beat my ass too, man. I'm not gonna lie, football never lived up to that belt. That was tough.
Yo, what was worse? The hardest hit y'all took on a football field or the hardest whooping you got at home?
Ooh-wee.
I'm not gonna lie, my first ever game of football, I got a helmet straight to my chest and it knocked the wind out of me. That's still to this day probably the hardest I've ever been hit. I was a little ass kid, but like, bruh, that was bad.
Oh, the pain of it, the physical pain of it is for sure football.
The emotional pain.
It's the emotional pain.
Here y'all go.
Because you get, bro.
It's a therapy session.
Hey,
no, your mom look at you and she's like,
emotional pain.
Hey, extension cords and go get a branch off.
That hurt more emotionally than physically?
No,
it's my mom. My mom whooping my ass.
It made me angry. That's why when I got of age, I'm like, man, I wish they would think they hit me. And once I got like 12, I wish you would think you touching me now. But before that, you just take it. After that, you trying to spank me, I'm grabbing that shit. I mean, who you think you are? I wish you would. Like, that's just how.
You remember the first time you ran from an ass whooping?
I know. I grabbed, like, I'm not, you ain't spanking me no more.
I remember the first time I caught my mom's slap. That was the last time there was an attempt to
you
slap.
not spanking me.
But it wasn't intentional. You know what I mean? Like, it was reflexes. I finally got to the point of age. Mom tried to, if I just give you one, that's slap right now. So she tried to come with it, and I bombed. And I felt bad.
Yeah.
I felt guilty. Like, I deserved that slap, Mom.
It wasn't even my mama, though. It was her boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
It was her boyfriend.
Hey, you got to really learn how to fight. Yeah.
No, like, me and my younger brother, I was like, bruh, he would get drunk. And I'm like, hey, if he start talking shit today,
real therapy
we gonna whoop him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And so he got
This is abuse.
drunk and he thought he was gonna do something.
Yeah.
I told my little brother, I'm like, we about to whoop him.
Oh yeah.
And we whooped him. And like me and my brother jumped him. And my mama jumped in to try to defend him. He never tried it no more.
How old were y'all? How old was he?
I was 12. My brother was 10.
And how old was he?
He probably was 40.
Man, he weak as hell.
Hell no.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd have handled
A 10-year-old and a 12-year-old.
A 10-year-old
I wish they would.
Yeah.
A 10-year-old and a 12-year-old whooped a 40-year-old.
But see, we really was like 17 and 15 because I was in the streets.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was older than 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never did it again. If one of my family members watching, they know.
Could be me.
Could you
I'd have whooped
imagine
your ass. I'm not gonna lie. I'd have hit your little ass with a front kick. Bow.
I wish a 10-year-old would try to whoop me.
I'm not.
Hey, but my brother was a big ass 10-year-old.
How many 10-year-olds y'all think y'all can handle in a fight?
At least 9.
No,
At least 9?
not if they not scary.
It depends on the side. If they a Texas 10-year-old, they different types of 10-year-olds
I'm
out there.
6'2", 230.
Yeah.
A 10-year-old
So you just gonna hope you hit one and he drop.
A 10-year-old is at best.
At best,
Is
5'10".
5'1", a buck 50
Yeah.
at best.
Yeah.
They taller than 5'1".
A 10.
Someone will
When
be
my
taller
son
than 5'1".
was 10, he was 5'5".
I was 5. I was 5'5".
How many
10 too.
10-year-olds can you whoop at once?
If they not scary and they all coming at you, 4, 5 might be the max.
Wow.
If they really coming at you, because when they hit you, me and my son be boxing at home.
Yeah.
We literally box. I don't hit him in the face. I give him body blows. But if he hit me hard, I feel it.
Yeah.
He only 11. It ain't knocking me out, but I feel it.
If you hit him hard though, he really feel. That's
over.
No,
Yeah.
look, let me tell you what it really is.
If they not scary though, if they not scared,
They might not be
because
scared.
when I'm hitting you, what the rest doing?
No. I hear you. I'm telling you, the psychology of a 10-year-old. As soon as they see,
They done.
It's on the wrap.
Yeah.
Mom,
that can happen to me. It's done.
They have
It's
to
done
have the
after that.
mentality then of a 20-year-old.
It's done.
Yeah. But if they got the brain of a 10-year-old, you can probably go about 15.
That's
of
what I
them.
said. That's what I said
That's
about
what-
9.
Yeah.
We got a poll said, what's worse, emotional pain or physical pain? 69% said emotional pain. That's crazy. But yeah, no, I imagine that's the way Dillion Gabriel felt. Like a 10-year-old getting in a fight with a grown man.
A little quick.
Moving along to your favorite head coach, TJ. You said he whoop his ass if he ever tried you. He had something to say at the presser today, and this was just one of the craziest answers I've ever heard in my entire life. I'll let you take a listen.
How early in your career did you have to start trying to figure out how to take the emotion out of coaching, as far as when you have all these injuries and you have all these different pieces? When's the first time that you can recall that?
2007, when our quarterback went to jail.
Alrighty then.
Coach, thank you.
Talking about
Ain't nothing else to say, huh? Ain't nothing else to say.
if there was a Joe Mazzulla of the NFL, you know Joe Mazzulla, the
Hell
Celtics
yeah.
head coach, and there's something going on up there. I think this might be him. That's crazy.
He had that answer ready, bruh.
Like, it was so fast.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Because he's so young, I had to look up, like, how was he on the staff with Mike Vick?
Yeah.
He was a defensive quality control coach in 2007 at like 25.
That's
moved
crazy.
He'd been around the league. He'd
Yeah.
been around the league. But that was wild. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was wild.
Yeah,
That
no,
was wild.
that's
That's quick thinking.
that didn't make any sense to me. I likening that to that's so deep in the bag to go to.
Correct.
Oh yeah, when Mike Vick got locked up. Yo, Jonathan, I asked you like what were some tough times in your coaching career? Maybe the season. Nah, when the dog shit happened, it messed me up. That's what it was. It's like, what are we talking about? Moving along, let's talk about some basketball. LA's finest, Russell Westbrook, has now agreed to a deal to sign with the Sacramento Kings. Let's go and give him a round of applause. One of the greatest of all time, first ballot Hall of Famer. Fellas, it was kind of an interesting situation with Russell Westbrook. How badly,
desperately,
does Russ need, a championship or something to cement his legacy as an all-time great?
Westbrook spent 18 years running and jumping, bro. He spent 18 years getting cardio. He got to get a chip. He got to get a chip.
Not happening with the Kings, brother.
I know, but like he got, like, if Westbrook doesn't get a chip, who is he? Who is he? Like, let's be honest. Who is he?
My generation's version of Allen Iverson?
No. Because AI at least did something for the culture that was bigger. So who is he?
He got an MVP.
Cool.
Average
James Harden does.
triple-double.
James Harden.
I mean, he in the James Harden conversation. I don't think him or James Harden finished their career with a ring. Just because I don't think they're championship players.
The problem to me is not that there are too many of those guys, but like there are too many I got an MVP but never got a chip, didn't have playoff success type dudes. It's not as special anymore. Yeah. And really, the fact that James Harden is that guy is really what ruins it. Because James Harden's reputation is terrible. So if James Harden didn't exist, Russ might be a god.
Yeah.
But like without a chip, T.
I don't agree.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like Russell Westbrook is great. He's a great player, and unfortunately, he's not going to win a championship. You're not winning one signing with the Kings.
Correct.
The fact that he just signed, to me, is the crazy part about it. And our society in sports has made it, when you're a great player, if you don't win a championship, you're slightly downgraded. I just disagree with that.
Rightfully so.
I disagree with that.
It's about winning chips, T.
Yeah, but you have to have the right timing, the right situation. And he had that, but it wasn't very long. He had that when he was in Oklahoma City. Once KD and James Harden left, that was it. He was not winning another one.
But here's why Westbrook has to be responsible for that.
Another one. He wasn't winning
but
one.
Westbrook was in part the reason that KD left.
Yes.
So to me, like, I can't be like, KD left. No, you're part of the reason he left. If you and KD would have had amendable personalities that could figure it out, you probably would have had a chip or two.
You still think that would take away from his greatness as a player because he doesn't win a championship?
I'll ask you two questions. How will we remember Russell Westbrook? And will we remember Russell Westbrook? Tracy McGrady was probably my favorite player growing up. I had T-Max. I thought he was crazy. I thought his game was better than Kobe when I was 11 years old. I ain't know nothing. I just loved the shoes. But we don't talk about T-Mac. We have no reason to. And T-Mac was cold-blooded.
He better than T-Mac all the time.
But I'm sure he is
T-Mac
because of what he accomplished.
Russell Westbrook's a better player
This is
than
my
Tracy
thing about
McGrady.
T-Mac. T-Mac was a notorious choker. He was what Peyton Manning was before he got that ring against the Bears.
What the hell was Russell Westbrook?
Russell Westbrook, he made it to a finals with the Thunder before. Russell Westbrook was a number 2. That's really what it is.
But when he was a number 1, what was Westbrook?
He was the best player on a team that had no business being where they were.
And
because
he did
of him.
something that nobody had done for a long time.
Averaging a triple-double?
Multiple times.
Congratulations.
No. But people say congratulations like it's normal. If it was that easy, everybody would do it.
1,000%. But what's the point in doing it if it doesn't amount to anything?
He was hoping it would amount to something. He just didn't have enough good players around him.
There came a point by the second and third time he did it. That's why he didn't win MVPs the second and third time averaging a triple-double, even though those were more impressive than the first time he averaged a triple-double, because we realized it was worthless. We realized, like, cool, you average a triple-double, but y'all are still a 6, 7, 8 seed. You're not winning playoff games.
Can I be honest? Russell Westbrook was never going to win a championship as a number 1. Just ever. I'm sorry. He's not efficient enough of a basketball player to be able to play win championship basketball.
On those teams,
yeah.
Who was his second option when he was averaging the triple-double? Who was the second option? You can't name him. And that's why he didn't win a championship.
Yeah.
You can't name the second option.
Russell Westbrook, in my opinion, I think he's an all-time great player. But
Can you name that second option?
No, I can't. You had Steven Adams with him. Maybe it was...
think about all the players that have won the championship. We can all name the second option.
Paul George, didn't he, in OKC?
Yeah, he did. For 2017, it was Paul George. Paul George looked like MVP, but even then, the game had to be more in Paul George's hands.
But here's my thing. At the end of the day, in 5 years, are we going to talk about Russell Westbrook? Hell no. Because we have no reason to. We have no reason to.
Look, this is what you talk about Russell Westbrook for the same reason that you talk about Allen Iverson.
Hell no.
Listen to me.
Hell no.
He's not as polarizing as Allen Iverson, but Russell Westbrook was extremely polarizing. He played the point guard position as aggressively as we've ever seen someone play that position.
But let's be real, bruh. We talk about Allen Iverson for 2 reasons. What he did off the court, and we talk about him for stepping over Ty Lue. Mm-hmm. The 3 biggest moments we talk about for Allen Iverson. Practice. We talk about practice. His mom braiding his hair and stepping over Ty Lue.
Yeah. He was culture, though. That's the thing. He was culture.
Me personally, Allen Iverson changed not just basketball.
Yep.
He changed sports to the African-American kid and low income. He changed sports.
Correct. Westbrook didn't do that.
We all gonna wear cornrows.
Yeah. Correct.
We all gonna get tattoos.
Correct.
And be cool. We all gonna start wearing this jewelry.
Yes.
He changed everything in sports. Allen Iverson did, so it's completely different.
Yeah.
But Russell Westbrook is polarizing. It's just Allen Iverson. He changed the culture. He made it acceptable to be who you are.
Westbrook changed dancing, I guess.
This is my thing though. Russell Westbrook is like thousands upon thousands of people's favorite player. Like to me, there's players that aren't like that, right? So I see someone in the comments saying like he Grant Hill. Grant Hill ain't nobody's favorite player. I'm sorry, unless you're a Duke fan and you just really like
bro.
Grant Hill's not nobody's favorite
wanted
player.
to be Russ, bro.
What? People want to be Russ, bro. People want to be the 6'2", 6'3" guard driving in the lane, dunking on folks, talking crazy. Now, people like his play style. Being honest with you, I never thought he was a top 5 player in the league.
Because he wasn't.
I never thought he was.
He wasn't.
This is my thing though. He still went out there. He got an MVP. He's a legend for these various reasons, but also at the same time, I think it's more the reason why we're even having this conversation is because Russ's hype was more than his actual ability was, in my honest opinion.
That's fair. I'll give you
that. And
that.
that's the reason why we're having this conversation, which is why I think he'll be remembered.
I'll give you that.
Because he had crazy hype.
Yeah.
He was never going to win a ring anyway.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, what a show.
No, great show.
What a show.
Phenomenal show. It's time we close up this bar, man.
T, always good to have you in the Speakeasy, bro.
It's great, man.
Always.
It's great.
Bengals win tomorrow?
I actually think we're going to pull it off. I like the way Flacco played the second half. 5.5 points we ain't even going to need it. Flacco played really. First half, I was pissed. Second half, I said, we on to something. Flacco was no huddling.
I respect it.
So, yeah, I think we got a chance
Seems like Care Bear doesn't believe you.
He going to see. That's why you play the game, right? Trey Hendrickson play. We got something for him. If Trey Hendrickson, because
Care Bear, what time are
I
you
also
watching?
got in trouble for lying this week. Anyway, no, just my girl. That's what I'm saying. I got in trouble for some lying.
I'm super chatting in tomorrow. I'm super chatting in tomorrow.
Hey, what time are you watching the Bengals lose tomorrow, bro?
We are watching the Bengals lose tomorrow night. The game starts earlier, but we will be here afterwards. 8:15 p.m. Pacific, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 9:15 p.m.
Hey, we turned up. Post game day shows go crazy in the Speakeasy.
You know what we do.
They go crazy in the Speakeasy.
You know what we do post game. Make sure that you guys are here post game.
You have to be. Where the hell else would you be?
Yeah, exactly. You have to. You have to. And before you guys get out of here, make sure you take attendance, hit that like button, hit that bell button to be notified when we're going live, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. For me, for TJ, who's your mama? For Emmanuel, Acho. For all the beautiful people in the back. Make some noise, people in the back. Thank you guys for watching the Speakeasy. We'll be here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Peace.